Hi there YouTube, this is the Magnus, bringing you another Total War Warhammer online ladder battle. Today, again, I'm facing the Dwarfs, and I decided to bring Chaos. Now, I've been having some trouble fighting the Dwarfs, so I decided to bring something very weird just for fun and see if it would work. I do not recommend this. It's 6 Chaos Marauders. If I had to do it over again, I would go with all great weapons, but I was worried about missiles. I have 3 Aspiring Champions. I have 3 Dragon Ogre Shaggoths, and I have Kolek Sun Eater. So it's Sun Eater and the gang. My dwarf opponent took a defensive posture here, and he has a ranger unit, a quarreler unit. He's got Longbeards times 2, I think 3. Yeah, Longbeards times 3. He's got Iron Breakers. Longbeards times 4, I'm sorry, and 3 Iron Breakers. He has Ulthar's Raiders, which are the Ranger with Great Weapon Regiment of Renown. He has 1 Cannon, Runesmith, and Thorgrim Grudgebearer. So laid out in a pretty little fashion around the hill. And I'm going to go ahead and take the bait and head towards his defensive position because, well, I don't care. We're going to go ahead and fast forward. See how this goes. So right away I'm going to get my big guys into cover in the woods so his cannon can't eat them alive while the infantry advances mostly through the woods, but I'm just going to try to get a good line here so they can begin an advance. So the cannon, sure, it will hurt the infantry, but they're cheap and it doesn't hurt them very much. As you can see, like this one took a hit and didn't do a whole lot. Now he's missiling away. He's targeting this one unit of the Chaos Marauders, but I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, it's not very expensive, and they do have shields. I'm gonna send the Shaggoths out in front, just ahead of the infantry, to kind of break his lines and get into his missiles, and they're gonna have a pretty easy time getting to the artillery and to the missiles right away. As you can see, Kolek's here swinging away, and then the infantry is filling in afterwards. Now their goal really isn't to kill anything, it's just to kind of hold things down and support my Shaggoth nightmare here. So let's enjoy some cinematics as I rotate my Shaggoths around fighting. You can see here I've got 2 of them beating on Thorgrim Grudgebearer. Let's bring this back up just for a second. You can see they do pretty darn good damage to him. They do pretty good damage to everything. And I also wanted to see just how they are post-buff. And they definitely are a little more tanky and a little more resistant now, which is nice. You're going to see them throwing satchel charges into my hordes of Chaos Marauders. Again, they're just fodder, so it's not an issue. The Shaggoths are just working their way around, beating on everybody and everything. The Dwarfs do not enjoy this. They're already on the smallest side, and then you add this to the mix. You bring these giant monsters, and it hardly seems fair. Looks like he's casting some some runes. Not going to help him out a whole hell of a lot, as the Shaggoths are having a pretty good beat here. Now, so far, advantage to no one. His infantry is soundly beating mine, but mine are hanging in there thanks to the Aspiring Champions. And you'll see I'm just trying to use the Shaggoths. There we go. We kill Thorgrim. That's going to be a big change. And now I have 2 working on the Runesmith trying to achieve the same result. Some of my infantry starts to flee. He has these Iron Breakers here, so I'm going to cast down some lightning on them. Boom. Going to just do a ton of damage to those guys, over half of them dead in one nice blast. So that's a big help. Chasing off missiles, got rid of his cannon, and now it's just a matter of running around, killing the Runesmith, and just trying to get the advantage everywhere I can against his infantry. Now obviously his infantry is winning at this point, but like I said, my goal is to hold them off and then clean them up after all the real threats are gone. So you're going to see I'm smashing Rangers, I'm smashing Ulthar's Raiders here, just taking big swings with the big boys. Definitely a fun build, not a competitive one. I don't think so. I'd be shocked if this works with any regularity. That would be pretty hilarious. But as you can see, so far all the Shaggoths remain standing. They're getting chevroned up. 44 kills here. Looks like 44 there, 49 there, and 62 on Kolek. So Kolek taking the lead thus far. And now that his missiles, he's still got these Rangers, so I'm going after them. But I have the rest of them working on infantry. And I'm just constantly trying to charge. Don't leave them in one spot. Use that charge bonus to your advantage. And the fact that when they run across, you'll notice they trample any dwarfs along the way. Which doesn't do a ton of damage necessarily, but it reduces how much damage they can do because they are, well, they're laying on the ground instead of swinging their weapons. So again, just Shaggoths coming in, swinging away, Kolek as well. Things going quickly in my favor. Looks like I'm going to cast lightning again. Yeah, let's take a look and see how that does. Pretty good damage. Does horrible things to their leadership. And the dwarfs decide they do not want to play with my Shaggoth spam anymore. Just a funny build. I hope you guys get a giggle out of this. Sometimes you get a little frustrated on the ladder. What you're doing isn't working, and you don't know why it's not working anymore, and you just feel like trying something different or crazy. And that's all this was. So my Marauders did absolutely nothing but stick around, pretty much the same as the Aspiring Champions, except for they did a better job of staying alive. The Shaggoths all chevroned or double chevroned from kicking butt, and Kolek had the most kills. Looking at my opponent's army, the Ironbreakers did well, but they definitely got broken. The Longbeards did well. His range didn't, because that's what I went after right away. And that and his Lord and his Runesmith. So basically I took away everything that makes the dwarfs and left them with just their crappy infantry and then beat the crap out of them. Because these infantry are great as long as the Runesmith or Thorgrim's around, and especially if they have missiles or cannons doing extra damage for them. But once you take that away, these are just subpar infantry like they always were. But again, not something I recommend competitively, but if you're ever frustrated and you just want to pound the crap out of some dwarfs, it might work for you. So if you enjoyed the video, or you just like Dragon Ogre Shaggoths as much as I do, please hit like, please hit subscribe. Until the next time, this is the Magnus, and I'll see you on the ladder.